my little sugar boogers, welcome back to the fourth and final part of the Midtown Manor speed build. I want to thank you guys, if you still have followed this journey all the way to part number 4, for sticking with me in this build. It has honestly been a freaking blast just being able to create and kind of talk with you guys. I don't even know all the crazy things that we've talked about through these builds, but I'm definitely looking forward to doing more. Then one of the main reasons why I split it up into 4 segments, it may be a little kind of weird or, you know, doesn't make much sense, but honestly it's because I don't know, it's easier to like articulate what I'm saying and talk, and I don't know, I feel like I enjoy narrating the speed builds more when I have, like, you know, breaks in between. I mean, look how long this freaking thing, we'd be talking for 40 minutes. I would literally be picking at my freaking toe crusts, and you would probably be like, you know what, this girl is crazy. Like, she's talking about Cheetos, and she's talking about, like, culitos and crusty butts and all sorts. It would be a hot mess, okay? So I just wanted to save you the trouble and spare my dignity just a little bit, and that's why I split it up. Not that you guys have had a problem, but I felt like addressing things that weren't even there, like a ghost. Or Casper, sure, whatever. Anyway, we are going on with the outside now. So I did actually change a few things. I changed the color palette to something a little more neutral, and it didn't have that ugly little like trimming at the bottom. I also decided to go ahead and kind of give it a more colonial look by adding in the, what is that, like the border or whatever around the roof, and also adding in some different styled pillars, which I really also love. Again, it looks probably a little strange because it's such a small house to have like these big features on it, but I really like it. The only thing that really pissed my socks off in this build is, you'll see a little bit later on, we kind of struggle with the border kind of going inside the home. Like, the game just doesn't realize, see, like that. What the hell is that? For whatever reason, the game can't tell the difference between the outside and the inside when you have rooms connected. It almost just goes through the whole entire room segment. So that can be really frustrating when you do build room by room, or kind of like how I did from the front to the back. It just didn't, I mean, I did correct as much as I possibly could towards the end of the build. But it did kind of frustrate me, and that was just one of the things that was just irritating the poop out of me. So I did end up actually changing a couple things in the girls' or the children's bedroom. I actually added in some different curtains, and I spaced out the windows just a little bit differently because I went in and changed all the windows because they weren't really matching the character of the home, and I wanted everything to kind of be very seamless, and I wanted it to match. I also decided to do kind of a split level porch, where you kind of go out into the little deck. It's very tiny, and then there is also the pool that's down there, and I wanted to kind of border things up a little bit with a lot of like foliage, and I just really love using the hedges as a fence. I thought it'd be really, 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 really cool. So I did that, and I added in a couple little plants on the other side, something you probably would never notice, but I just decided to add it in because I thought it would look really, really cool. Put in a couple pool items and accessories. Obviously decided to go ahead and border it off just to give it a little bit of definition, kind of break it up a little bit. Okay, this is where the struggle got real. I really wanted to add that fence in. I was so freaking adamant about adding that fence in. I just thought it added something so unique and different, but as you can see, we are struggling so hard with all the glitches and the effect of adding a fence. I never knew it would be so hard. When I would add in the fence, it would actually start taking away my my trim. Is actually what it is. It's not a border, Jen, it's trim. And it started taking away my trim, so I had to make a very rash decision. Do you want the trim or do you want the fence? I had to go with the fence. So later we had to figure that out. I added in a bunch of shrubs just to kind of, you know, border up the house and outline the home a little bit, give it a little color. Put in some random doodads, knickknacks, and scallywags, and all sorts of fun little things. And of course, you know, we had to paint the lawn crouton with some dirt, I guess, and then I added in those little arch thingies into the arch. I really love the entryway of this home. I seriously freaking do. It just, it gives me life. It literally does. Like, it just slays my whole entire existence. Like, I cannot wait to play with this house, and it's really cool because I'm actually really starting to love my builds. Like, before when I would build things, like, I loved them and I thought I did a nice job, but I never really loved it enough to move into it. And even though a lot of you guys love my builds, but I wanted the big changer. I don't know if it's called like the oaken It's the one that Rossi and Caleb are currently living in my get-together house. Get-together? Yes. That doesn't sound right for some reason. But yeah, that one is like kind of like the game changer. And then every build since then, I'm just like, oh, yes. Like, I love this. Oh, yeah. Like, you know, it's cool. It's, you know, I don't know. It's just cool to like finally come into my own and start realizing what I like and what really does it for me and all that kind of stuff. So I really wanted a big honkin' tree where I had a couple like planter pots and a nice little seating area to come out here, have a romantic moment, cool off from the day, maybe read a book or whatever else you could possibly do on a bench. I really don't even know at this point, but it's out there for your entertainment and enjoyment. I think eventually I come back to the fence thing. Like, I was so adamant about that. Like, I was not going to leave it alone. I just wasn't. But I wanted to add in like a little gate to the back so you guys could get in a little bit more easier. You didn't have to go through all the way through the house just to get back to the pool. And I could have added in any kind of gate. I could have used even what's it called, like the hedge little oval gate, but I decided to put in a very pretty kind of iron one instead. I thought it popped against the green. I just thought it gave a little bit of character, livened things up a little bit, and I really love the fact that I went with that choice. Now, this little area, I didn't really know what to put in there. To be honest with you guys, so you kind of have the ability to put in whatever you want. Currently, there's a barbecue in there for some summer grilling. Oh, wait, there's no seasons yet. But for some outdoor grilling. But again, you can change it and do whatever you choose. But it's there as an option. And of course, like, you know, whatever you want to throw. Did I just eat? I put my foot in my mouth. Oh, wait, I'm playing around with some other options too. I thought maybe we would be able to squeeze in a hot tub in there and it'd be all like Gucci, like a jacuzzi, but it just wasn't. It just was too claustrophobic. I didn't like that. So again, I kind of just left things as they were, went about and did my business. I decided to kind of illuminate the pool a little bit because I think that looks really cool. And then I was like playing around with some of the outdoor stuff, like that little egg looking thing and these freaking bush thingamajiggers. I'm so good at describing things. Like, it is definitely my strength, isn't it? I think you get what I'm trying to say. But then we went back with the damn fence. I was not going to leave it alone. So some sacrifices had to be made. Now, whether or not you like these sacrifices, I really don't even know. I don't even know if I like them. But I ended up making it work with one exception. And again, you'll see that later. So I added in these little, I don't know what the hell they are. I really don't know what it is, but I added it in and I like it. It actually looks pretty cool. I put it in like an awning to break up the trim a little bit, and then I decided to go ahead and put in some of those like planter pots. I really do like that idea. Like, if I had to make up for the missing trim, that was a perfect way to do it without causing any issues whatsoever. But again, I think there is some issues that actually happen a little bit later on, which are so freaking frustrating. Your girl, for a minute though, she almost went there. She almost did. She almost started abusing the hell out of those awnings, but I decided to take a step back, and I decided not to put in the awning upstairs either. But of course, you could do that if you wanted to. I mean, it's all up to you. I'm not exactly sure what we do. I add in more kind of detailing to the terrain. I decided to add in a couple plants, but I didn't want to go crazy because like it's literally like Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop. You add one plant, all of a sudden your whole entire freaking lawn is a damn what is it called? Nursery. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Whew. Finally got that one within 10 seconds. I'm pretty proud. So anyway, I did size up the little planter thingy-majiggers. What else did I do? I don't know what else I did. Oh, I'm recoloring the outside at this point. That's right. And then decided to connect the two pathways. Is that it? Added in a little shrub there. I think that's all I did. And then I went back in. I added in a yoga mat. That's what I did. So you could do some yoga there. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Seriously, if you do download this house and you put something there, please share it to your girl on Twitter at XUrbanSimsX, because I want to know what your creative noodle came up with, because my mind just couldn't do it. So I'm illuminating the pathway. I'm adding in a couple final touches to the home. I do feel like I am kind of trying to fix some of those issues with the with the trim or whatever, but by doing so, I actually ended up losing part of the trim. So I don't believe I believe I just kind of suck it up, and it is what it is. If it bothers you, you can delete it. You can redo whatever your heart desires. But honestly, I would much rather deal with that than lose any more trim on the house that gives it such a huge personality. So hopefully you guys don't mind. And I think that is just about it for the rest of this build. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to go give it a big fat thumbs up, and it will be available on my gallery at Jenn2606. And yeah, don't forget to go and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Bye!